Salutations everyone and welcome to What Mattered, the new series here on my show where I'm going to be talking about what mattered to me in the news and the media, stuff that I can form an opinion on, stuff that I want to talk about and, have some knowledge on. So I know, not groundbreaking, but I thought I'd give something new a try. So let me know what you guys think of the new episode. So first off, Jake and Amir, the popular College Humor web series, is getting its own television show adaptation. TBS has purchased the rights to a Jake and Amir TV show, obviously based off of the web show of the same name that's been running for the past 5 years in College Humor. Over 500 videos. I've seen every single one of them, and I'm a fan of the show in its whole. And it's just a really exciting prospect to see something that you enjoy online actually coming to television. Sometimes it doesn't always translate well, and sometimes it's not always backed as much as it is online when you try to take it to a different medium. So we'll see how it is. We have executive producer Ed Helms from The Office and The Hangover fame to produce the show. Amir and Jake are going to be writers on the show, along with another comedy duo that have such previous works as Cougar Town. So it's an exciting prospect, and if we can get Ben Schwartz and Thomas Middleditch on TV more often, that's just good in its own. So I'm definitely excited for the prospect of this actually happening. Who knows, if it's really going to happen, and in what fashion, but it's definitely going to be based off of something that the fans of the web series know and love. So that's definitely something to keep an eye on. Movie news. So we have a lot of movie news today. Paul Rudd seems pretty much a lock for the role of Antman in Edgar Wright's Antman movie, the Marvel character, which I know some people seem very not too educated on, and that's not their fault. It's not a very popular mainstream comic book hero. But for those that know the comics, like myself, it's not as silly and dumb as it sounds if you can do it very, very well and get a very good movie out of it. Paul Rudd, interesting choice. We know familiar with Edgar Wright's earlier work, such as Scott Pilgrim, very stylized sort of thing, and you guys might have seen the test footage for Ant-Man from Comic-Con earlier this year. And Paul Rudd, interesting choice, pretty much known as a comedic actor, but we've had some head-scratching choices in movie roles before. We see this time and time again, so they seem to make a lot of good decisions with their casting, especially lately. So I'll trust their judgment. And we have some news on DC side of news as well, as Joaquin Phoenix seems to be in the rumor mill as the role for Lex Luthor in the upcoming Batman vs. Superman film. We've seen casting news from Wonder Woman. We don't know much about the movie really at all. They're kind of keeping us on the dark as well as they should, and it's a long ways away. So we'll see. Joaquin Phoenix, I'm not familiar with any of his work. It looks like he has a decent look to it, and obviously if you shave the hair off, but if they think he's right for the job, I'm going to stand by them on it, and hopefully it all works out. Kevin Spacey wasn't my favorite, and I'm not particularly a fan of Lex Luthor in any of the Superman movies. I feel like it's a villain that they try too hard on and end up failing when there's other villains that they have yet to try, which would be awesome, but Lex Luthor can still be done well, and if it all turns out to be a great movie, then no complaints here. In other movie news, The Fault in Our Stars finally has a poster, and oh my god, the feels. Stand by as the greatest book that I have ever read, and I'm super pumped for this movie. June 6th could not come soon enough. Just the poster looks so good. It hurts. It hurts to see it. The feels are off the charts. Very, very much excited for this movie. Shailene Woodley and Ansel Elgort as the lead roles. Such a great book and such a great prospect for a great movie that gets the author seal of approval. So I'm excited for The Fault in Our Stars more than any comic book movie that you could throw at me right now. because you got a great source material that you know is going to be handled well, and when that's the case, the only thing that can come out of that is greatness. As far as gaming news goes, some of you might have seen the new trailer to the Zelda game that has been announced. The working title right now is Hyrule Warriors, and from the footage and from the producers and everything, it's pretty obvious it's a Dynasty Warriors style game, which not many people feel like is a very great, strong franchise, but I have a soft spot for it. I love the Dynasty Warriors series, and I like this prospect of having a Zelda game, hack and slash, just Musu attacks, like it's all there. Like the crossover from Dynasty Warriors and Gundam that we saw a few years ago. You know, this seems to be a crossover in the same vein, where you take control as Link, presumably, and just taking out hordes and hordes of all kinds of villainous creatures. No word yet on like what the story is, what if there's other playable characters, but we've seen some very, very early footage that's kind of hard to judge on. This doesn't look like anywhere near the final product. Doesn't even have an actual name yet. They're just putting the placeholder of Hyrule Warriors, developed by the Tecmo Koei company, which of course makes the Dynasty Warriors games. So I'm excited for this. I don't have a Wii U yet because money is a thing, but if I had, this would be something I'd be super excited, super jazzed about. I like Dynasty Warriors. I like Zelda. Put them together, it works well. I feel that it works well. Some people might be disappointed. This isn't the Zelda game that they have been talking about, that they have been working on for a while, so that is a different project altogether. This is just something separate. It's an offshoot. Obviously, it's being not produced by Nintendo directly, but by Tecmo Koei, and I think it's a good idea, and the more Zelda, the better. I don't see how too many people could be angry about that, but you're always going to see some. And if it doesn't do justice to the Zelda brand, there should be, reason for outcry. But from what we've seen so far, I'm actually pretty excited by this, and I think it could be pretty fun. And the last bit of what mattered, Diablo 3's first expansion pack finally has a release date. It's going to be coming out on March 25th of 2014. It's going to come in 3 different varieties. The $40 standard edition, a $60 deluxe edition, which is going to come with extra helm recipes and weapon recipes, a spectral hound minion, as well as some other like Blizzard things. You get like a new companion for your World of Warcraft and like some decals for StarCraft. I don't know. Kind of weird that they bundle that in with a Diablo game, as well as 3 extra player slots. And the third one is going to be a retail exclusive collector's edition for $80, which is going to come with everything from the deluxe edition, as well as a mouse pad, a hardbook art book, and a 2-disc Blu-ray behind the scenes of Diablo 3 Reaper of the Souls. Reaper of Souls expansion itself introduces a new Crusader class, a new Mystic Artisan, a new sandbox-style adventure mode, as well as, some new weapons, some new enemies, raise the level cap up to 70, and just prior to the launching of the Reaper of Souls expansion pack, they're going to, of course, be shutting down the auction house, which they announced earlier in the year. So, a lot of cool news, extra slots, extra characters, extra everything. Seems pretty good, even just the standard edition for $40 for the Diablo fans out there. I'm excited, personally, for just the extra character and just more new stuff. And yeah, that's basically all that mattered to me. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you would like to make an intro for this new series, you can go ahead and communicate me in a variety of ways in the comments or on Twitter, and I can get to you on that. Comments always appreciated. Let me know what you guys think, what can improve, and all of that stuff. And I will see you guys next time.